Good afternoon, everybody. Today it's Sunday, July 30th, 2017. And we promised we were going to make this vlog. It's not going to be a good vlog. Well, but I know you guys have been wondering what happened to our pregnancy. And we're making this vlog to let you guys know exactly what happened. So we did the transfer July. Sorry, my brain is still on pregnancy mode.
June 13th.
June 13th, which was a Tuesday, right? Yes, did on a Tuesday, and everything went well. The doctor even said, Dr. Frederick even said that everything looked really good. Our embryos looked really good. We had 2 really good embryos, which I don't remember the grade. Did you remember the grade?
A BB.
A BB embryo, which is good. And she said they looked perfect, and we did both embryos. And that was on the 13th, on Tuesday. I tested Friday, correct? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We tested Saturday, which was 4 days after the transfer, and we tested positive. Why did you take off the stick?
Because it's better.
Okay, so we tested Saturday, which was 4 days after the transfer, and we tested positive, and we were so excited. I think there's a video about that, and my wife's gonna put a link on the cheat video so you guys can see that video. And we tested positive, and the line was very faint, but we could see it. So then we tested on the 5th day, and it was a sure positive. We did it digital, and it was like a big fat positive. And I was feeling all the pregnancy symptoms and everything was going great. Everything was good. We were happy, excited, and everything. We were just so sure that we were gonna have another baby. And we went for blood test on the, I think it was, when did this happen? That was
when you were...
We went for the blood test. The first blood test was we had the transfer on the 13th, and it was 11 days later, so it was like the 26th, around the 26th. Right? Went for the blood test, and my beta came back really good. It was over 1,000. It was
1,200.
Yeah, 1,200, which just said it was good. And they repeated the blood test 2 days later, right? 2 days later, I went for
like 4,000. Right?
It was over 4,000, which was good because it more than doubled, which was good. So we were hoping we had 2 in there, and then our baby Andrew was getting sick. He was like not feeling good. I think it was on a Wednesday, and I think it was on the 27th. Was it?
Yeah,
27th. I want to check the calendar just to make sure. I think it was on the 27th. It was Wednesday, I remember. My wife is checking the calendar, and that day we took him to the I called, and we took him to his pediatrician, which it was closed, and we had to take him to this urgent care clinic over in Mission Viejo, which it was good. We took him, and I was. You have to, just open it. Just go like that and then open. And then it's going to download. Okay, so we're going to tell you guys the exact date so you guys know. So we had the transfer July 13th.
July 13th.
Yes. We tested positive on Saturday. You want to record? Okay. So, here you go. So the 13th, we did the transfer. This June? No, it's July. Yeah, so we did the 13th, we did the transfer, and we tested on the 17th, which was 4 days after the transfer. We got a positive, and we were testing positive all this week. We had a blood test on the 26th, which was a Monday, and it was 1,200. We had our second blood test on the 28th, which was over 4,000, which was pretty good because it doubled. We had that weekend was good. And then Andrew got sick over the weekend, and he was having he was throwing up and, not feeling good. diarrhea, and we took him to the urgent care on the 5th. On Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Wednesday, on July 5th. And that's because I remember we had that long weekend off, and we went back to work that I think it was Wednesday, right? We went back to work that Wednesday, and he wasn't feeling good, so we picked him up from Grandma's house, and we took him to the urgent care. And I remember we were both taking turns, like, you know, carrying him, and I was carrying him, and I was like pacing outside the hallway, and then I gave him to my wife, and as soon as I sat down, I felt like a weird, like, I don't know, like just a weird cramp. It was kind of like maybe I ate something. Like maybe I thought like our baby. So I thought maybe what I ate for lunch, you know, maybe it upset my stomach, like something wasn't right. So I sat down and I felt this like weird cramp. I hadn't felt it before, and I was like, okay, maybe I ate something that wasn't good or whatever, you know. So we got called back for Andrew. We went back. They were taking his weight, his temperature, and everything. And then I felt a gush. I felt like something coming out, like something might be too much TMI, but I felt something like a gush, like something warm coming out. And I was like, okay. It just didn't feel right. It just was like I was bleeding with Andrew last pregnancy, and I knew that feeling, and I was always paranoid even with this pregnancy. Every time I would go to the restroom, I would like wipe and see, and I did have some brown discharge. Let me tell you guys, I did have some brown discharge, and that was like around 11 days past transfer. So I was like, okay, it could be an implantation bleeding, but I was like, it's a little bit too late. But I was like, okay, maybe it is. And then I just had it for maybe 1-2 days, and then it went away. And well, going back to that day, I went to the restroom, and I remember I asked the MA, I'm like, well, can I go to the restroom? I went to the restroom and I checked, and it was like bright red bleeding. And I was like, oh, this is not. I thought it was the same thing with that I had with Andrew. I was like, it's not right. So I went back to the room, and they were checking Andrew, and my wife noticed something was up. She was just staring at me, right? Like, yeah. She was just like, well, okay, what's wrong? And I told her, well, I'm bleeding. Like, I'm bleeding, and everything from down there went downhill. I was just like, this is not right. I started feeling different. Andrew was fine. They told us it was just a virus that he caught. Like the stomach flu virus. And then from there, we decided to go to the hospital, to the ER. We went to Saddleback Hospital. That's the same hospital we went with Andrew when I had the bleeding. So we went to the hospital, and we went to the ER. We waited, and while we were at the waiting room area, I started feeling back pain, which I never had back pain when I was bleeding with Andrew. I had this like extreme back pain, like lower back pain. And it was just a very like sharp pain, and it would go to the front, kind of like labor pain / cramp. And I was like, this is not right. And my wife was telling me like, what are you feeling? And I just didn't want to kill hope for us. So I was like, I'm just feel crampy, but inside of me, I knew this was not right. Because I'm like, okay, I'm having back pain. It's really sharp pain, and then having sharp cramps, and I would just feel that bleeding wouldn't stop. I hadn't passed any tissues, so I was like, okay, maybe it's something else. They took us back. They did blood tests, and my beta came back at 13,000. 13,000. So it was. They said it's really good, and they said they were gonna do an ultrasound. They did an ultrasound. And the ultrasound tech said that she couldn't see anything in there. She's like, I don't see no signs of a pregnancy. She's like, maybe you're still too early. She said, maybe you're still too early. And she said she saw a cyst, right? Mm-hmm. A cyst in my uterus, which that's weird because I had a lot of ultrasounds and a lot of checking. And I had the saline ultrasound, and I had no cyst just a month ago. But she said she saw a cyst. And we went home. And the funny thing is, this happened a day before our actual ultrasound to see the baby and to see the heartbeat and everything. So this was on the 5th. Our ultrasound was scheduled for Thursday, the 6th. And we were so excited waiting for that day. We were just like waiting to see, are we having one? Are we having two? So the next day, we went to go see our doctor, and we told her what happened. And she was like, well, maybe, you know, you had bleeding, or it could have been one of the babies. But when we got home that day from the hospital, we dropped off Andrew at Grandma's house because we got out of there. And then wait a little bit. So we got out of there like at 2 in the morning. So we dropped off Andrew. We came home, and once we got home, I started feeling like this, kind of like I needed to go to the restroom. So I went to the restroom and I sat down in the toilet, and I felt like something pushing, like something was coming out. And I told my wife, like, I started like kind of like panicking, and I told her I felt something coming out. I felt something coming out, and it was like a big blood clot, right? Yeah, it was like a big blood clot, like tissue, like, I don't know, it's just a weird kind of blood clot, right? Like weird. And then I just felt like coming out. And you want to say the rest, because I can't. What you saw?
Why?
That's you.
Well, when she passed the big clot, then I was like kind of curious, so like I wanted like to look, but then I kind of like dig like through the cloth and the clot, and I saw the little sac of the little embryo.
It's a baby already.
Yeah, like it was like a little sac with a little umbilical cord, like it was like detached, and you could see like the little eyes, and you could see like little. Like it was already forming.
It was formed already.
Yeah.
I was in a little sack. And I broke down. I don't want to be in there. I was just outside crying my eyes out, and she was in there, and it was just really hard. I just couldn't deal with it. I think to this day I think about it and I still cry about it.
You crying right now?
Because it's hard. Because we saw it. That's the worst part. I think if maybe we wouldn't have seen it, it would have been easier.
I think if we wouldn't have heard the heartbeat, like what if we would have gone and then like the next day we would have, that would have been harder, I think, right? Because we didn't hear the heartbeat.
We didn't hear the heartbeat.
And what if we would have gone like a day after, blood results, the scan, a heartbeat sound.
Yeah. So we didn't even get to hear the heartbeat on our baby. So we knew the levels were really good.
Yeah, the levels were really good. I mean, the embryo was like, the grade was really good.
We don't know what happened. They said it was probably chromosome abnormality. We didn't do any genetic testing on the embryos, so they're saying maybe the embryo genetically wasn't good, or you know, and as we say, maybe we could have taken better care of ourselves. Maybe if I wouldn't be, like I said, maybe I shouldn't be lifting Andrew, which I don't think that was an excuse, because like they said, like you can exercise, you can lift, you can stretch, and it shouldn't impact the embryo or the baby. But we don't know. And then, you know, we don't even know that we could save the embryo and take it to the fertility clinic, because this is the first time that we ever had a miscarriage. Like I never had a miscarriage, she's never had a miscarriage, so we don't know. So what we did, we flushed it. We didn't know. So we just flushed the blood clot, and the next day we still had hope because we knew we had implanted 2 embryos, so we thought maybe we miscarried one, because I googled everything. Like maybe we miscarried one and there's still one baby in there, so I was still kind of like having that hope that there was a baby in there. And I still felt pregnant up to this point, I think, until probably a few days earlier. Like the symptoms like completely gone. And we went to the ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech said, well, it could have been only one baby, maybe there's still another one in there. And the doctor did an ultrasound, and she said there was no, that she could see remains of the pregnancy in there, but there was no baby. So we implanted 2 embryos. One of them did not implant, and the other embryo likely miscarried at exactly 5 weeks, 6 days. That's when the miscarriage happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we were gonna be 6 weeks when we were gonna hear the heartbeat, and we didn't even get to do that. So, and then we still had that hope because, it's fine. Like, I still felt pregnant, and we were testing, and we're like, maybe the doctor didn't see anything because of the bleeding, and we googled like misdiagnosed ultrasound, so we still had that hope. And I think that was just still killing us in our head, thinking that we could still be pregnant, because I felt pregnant and I kept testing and it was still positive. And we just had an OB appointment last week. Goes on Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday last week, and she did a pelvic exam and she said everything felt normal. And I asked her, then I wanted to get an ultrasound. I'm like, I want to get an ultrasound. I want to make sure that there's nothing in there, that everything's out. And we did. We went for the ultrasound on Thursday, I think. Thursday. And yeah, they checked and there was nothing in there. They said my cervix was thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cervix was thick still. But they said it could still be because I'm already ovulating. Like, my body kicked back already right away. So, which that's a good sign, because that means my body's it's good. It's ready to go. I can have another baby right now if I wanted to. But like, we have to wait. So they said everything looked good. Like, there's no remains, no anything. But yeah, that's our story. We lost our baby. We lost our beautiful little baby. And I don't know if it would have been harder to know if it was a girl or a boy, because the fertility doctor told us that if we could have saved the embryo, so if you guys ever go through a miscarriage, know that you guys can save the embryo or the tissue that comes along with it, and you can take it to the fertility clinic and they can biopsy and they can tell you guys if it was chromosome abnormality or if the embryo was fine and maybe I did something to make it detach or something wrong with me. She checked me and she said there was nothing wrong with my uterus and everything was fine, that it was probably the embryo. But that's something you guys can do. You guys can save it instead of like what we did, what we don't know. We flushed everything away. But I think it would have been more people to find out like that the embryo was fine and that we did something or that I did something. So I didn't take care of myself correctly, or maybe, I don't know. It's just, right now it's just the, maybe if I did this, maybe if I'd done that, it would have been good. So, that's the blog it's been waiting about. So, we lost the baby July 6th. And it was actually, I started bleeding July 6th around 8 o'clock. But the actual miscarriage, when I passed the baby, it was July 7th, like at 3:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, every Thursday, it's going to be 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks is Thursday. And I know, I count every Thursday until my life. It would have been another week. But only God knows why it does what it does, so we're fine. We're not giving up, right? No, we're not giving up, and we're gonna try again. It hurts, and it's gonna take time to get over it. It's gonna take, I think even if we have another baby, we're always gonna remember that date. We're always gonna keep counting the weeks. I think we're always gonna have that in our heart, though, No, we could have had a baby already. I would have been almost 10 weeks already. So that's something that we have on our head. But then we look at our precious little boy over there. And look at him.
No. He's singing in the truck. No.
Leave that alone now. Oh my. What's wrong with you? we look at our baby, and like they said, that we are very lucky to have a beautiful baby. We didn't do genetic testing on him. We didn't do anything on him. And look at him. He's gorgeous. He's healthy. He's good. He's a happy baby. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe if we should have done genetic testing, then we should have seen that they weren't a good embryos, or I don't know. We don't know, but it happened already. So we just have to let it go. And we'll have to move on. So now, I just went for blood test on Thursday, and they said my levels were down to 30. No, it was Tuesday. No, Monday. I think that we went Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. They said they were down to 30, so that's good. So it's the hormone. It's almost out, which is good, because they did tell us there's some women that take like months and months to get the hormone out, and mine's almost out. I think it's pretty much out already, because that was last week. That was a week ago. So that's good. And yeah, we said we were not gonna cry, but it's still hard. Still hard when we think about it. We try not to talk about it here at the house. Like, it happens, we let it go. But it's still on my calendar at work. I had him work every week, you know, and I was gonna be 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So now when I look back, it's like I should have been 10 weeks here. I should have been 11 weeks here, and I'm not. It's been this amount of weeks. That thing is scary. So all of you guys out there going through IVF, going through all of that, take care of yourself. Like, rest as much as possible. Like, I know we felt confident, we felt good, I felt good. I didn't feel any symptoms of miscarriage. I wasn't crampy. I wasn't like regular. I was like, this is good, I feel good. Maybe I should have taken care of myself a little more. We don't know if that would have even helped. But for sure, next time around, I am not lifting a finger. I am so sorry, but I'm not. And we are going to try, just so you guys know, we are going to try again. We are going to do our cycle. We have to wait 2 to 3 months. Pretty much 3 period cycles. We have to wait so my body can get back on track. And I have to lose some weight because those hormones got me heavy. I have to lose like heavy duty. Shut up, my wife. I have to lose like 15 pounds. That's all I'm gonna have to lose. And, oh my goodness. So I have 2 months to lose that weight. Okay, are you drunk already? She just threw down my damn wine. And that wine is good. God damn it. Yeah, so I have to lose some weight. And then we're hoping to start everything, all the testing and everything. She said September. So if we do the testing,
I gotta do some little eggies.
Yeah, so we're doing.
Rub my tummy. Rub my tummy.
So if you guys know anything natural out there that could stimulate
that maca shit is nasty though.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but my wife, she's a cancer survivor. She was diagnosed with cancer in 2014, and she had thyroid cancer. She had a thyroidectomy, which they removed the whole thyroid gland.
At 1 minute and 30 seconds.
And that's why we decided to do IVF, because it was going to be really hard for her to carry. But that's going to be in another vlog. We're going to do another vlog about everything, why we chose to do IVF and why we're doing this. So keep on watching. Follow us. You guys can share our video. We need to meet those 1,000 subscribers, so please subscribe to our channel. Share, share, like, comment. So let us know if you guys know any natural stuff that we can do to improve egg count, egg quality, everything. And keep on following us, because we're doing this journey again. We're not giving up. We're a strong family, and we're not giving up. We're gonna have our family grow bigger and bigger. Have 20 kids. Like our video. like. Let's subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. We need to meet those 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. You want another yogurt melon? Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good middle of the day. What is it?
Good afternoon, because it's past 12.
I don't even know what time is it. What time is it?
How did you just push my foot?
It's okay.
Huh?
I can't get a good angle. There you go. Good afternoon, everybody.
How many good afternoons are you gonna give?
I can give as many afternoons as I want. This is a do-over. Okay, now let's start this vlog. Good afternoon, everybody. Today it's Sunday, June 30th.
June, we went back.